So I just finished watching Attack on Titan season 1 on Netflix, and that show is amazing. If you haven't seen it, just go watch it on Netflix or go watch it on Crunchyroll or wherever. And I'm going to warn you right now, if you haven't seen it or you're in the process of watching it, this video contains quite a lot of spoilers. So just go watch it and then come back. Or don't watch it and I'll just tell you what's going on. Anyways, this video is pretty much all about my theories about what's happening that we're not seeing and maybe what's going to happen in season 2. So, first of all, I think that this is actually the future of our world right now, and there's some evidence for that in the show. The first piece of which is when the people break into Mikasa's house and kill her parents, and they mention that she's an Oriental, and that there aren't any more Orientals, and in fact there used to be different kinds of people, but now there aren't different kinds of people. Now, a second piece of evidence, I think, are actually the walls themselves. So these walls were put here at least 100 years ago, and nobody really seems to know where they came from. There's kind of a religious sect or cult or something that thinks that they were put there by God, but I mean, these walls were obviously constructed by people with machinery, but that seems to be some technology that people no longer possess. They can't build new walls, and in fact, they can't really even maintain or repair the walls that they have. So, I mean, the armored Titan punched a hole right through Wall Maria, and they had to seal it with a big rock. They couldn't just patch it with materials and construction equipment because they no longer have the technology. So I think these people actually had the technology in the past, but they just forgot about it because of war or complacence or whatever it was. So it could be the future. Now, the second thing I think is going on is that in the beginning of the show, I thought the Titans were pretty much just kind of these mindless eating machines that would just come in and, just eat people basically, and they do that. But I think there's a little bit more to it than that. So Eren, and as it turns out, this other person, Annie, these people can actually turn into Titans. And when they do that, they're actually still in human form, but they're sitting inside the Titan in the nape of its neck. So the nape of the neck is where all the soldiers are trained to attack the Titans because that's the only place that they can be killed. So I think actually what's going on, and I could be wrong about this, but hopefully we're gonna be finding out in season 2. But I think actually what's going on is that all of the Titans, no matter what kind of Titan it is, no matter whether it's like a 5-meter one or a 15-meter one, or whether it's the big 50-meter one that smashed the wall down in the first place, I think all of the Titans actually have like a human pilot or something. Because why else would that spot be their vulnerable spot? I mean, in Eren and Annie's case, that spot is vulnerable because that's where the pilot sits. I keep saying pilot like it's a mech suit or something, but I mean, basically in their case, it is a mech suit, although it's a big organic mech suit. But I think that's also the case for the smaller ones. But in that case, I think for some reason, the pilots are unaware that they're actually piloting a Titan, and there's some precedent for that. When Eren first appeared as the Titan, he didn't know that he was piloting a Titan. He had no memory of it afterwards. In fact, when he came out of the Titan, when his Titan was finally defeated, he was extremely disoriented, and he didn't really even know that any of that had happened. So I think what's happening, if they would actually ever show it close up, is that when the soldiers are cutting pieces out of regular Titans' necks, they're actually killing the pilot inside. So if people are piloting all the Titans, and we know that more people than just Eren can turn into Titans, then I think that maybe there's some kind of organization behind the Titans that's trying to eliminate all the peoples that are inside the wall for some reason. And we don't know why, And hopefully that's something that we're going to find out in season 2. But that brings up one more cool point, and that is Eren's father. So Eren's father had this key that went to the basement in their house where when Eren decided to join the Scouts, when his father was leaving to go on his house or his doctor trip thing. Well, he didn't really say where he was going, did he? But when he was leaving, he told Eren that he would show him what he has in the basement, and we were led to believe that whatever was in the basement was something very important that had to do with maybe the origins of the Titans or something like that. So it was actually shortly after Eren's father left that the giant Titan attacked the wall. So maybe this is a big leap, but I think that giant Titan that first breached the wall was actually Eren's father. Because, I mean, that's not really that much of a stretch to imagine. I mean, Eren's father, his whereabouts, like, he was unaccounted for during that attack. Like, he just wasn't there. And, I mean, Eren can turn into a Titan, and he is this guy's son, so why would it be such a stretch to imagine that this guy could also turn into a Titan? And since he's much older, he has way more practice at it. And I mean, this guy like goes out all the time, and I mean, his family just doesn't see him for long periods of time. So he has ample opportunity to leave the city and practice and just gain, knowledge about what he's doing. And I think that's pretty much what's going on. I think Annie was probably working with Eren's father in some kind of secret organization. Well, maybe it's not even a secret organization. Maybe it's just some organization that exists outside of the walled off section of humanity that we don't know about. But I think they're probably working together and probably with other people, because there were more than just those two Titans. Remember, there was the big one that breached the wall, and then there was the armored Titan that breached the inner wall, and then there was Annie, who was yet another Titan. So there are at least 3, and we only know about 1 so far. Well, not counting Eren, I guess there would be 4, but we only know about 1 so far. So those are the things I think are going on, and hopefully in season 2 we're gonna find out where Eren's father actually went, and if I'm right that he actually is that giant Titan. And yeah, I'm really excited for season 2, and I want to see it now. So I want to know about you guys' theories, so let me know down in the comments what you guys think is going on, and we can just have a big huge discussion about this going on. That would be so cool. And when season 2 comes out, that's going to be awesome. So yeah, comment me, stick a like on this video, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one.